Well, as we look further on, I'm particularly impressed with the 25-year-old Estonian, the forgotten Estonian in a sense, Priit Narusk, because that was a very good start by him, and it shows that the Estonians, inspired by the likes of Veerpalu and Jaak Mai, are finding more and more talent.
I had a great story told to me this morning over breakfast. It was from Pete Vordenberg of the U.S. ski team, and when he was coming on in the early 90s and skiing with the Estonians on the Sognefjell Glacier, and how they had like no money, and they were just able to do it off of just grit and determination.
And the Estonians will be hosting the Junior World Nordic Ski Championships in 2005 at Otepää, for which they're actually building a 90-meter hill. They've only got a 75-meter hill at the moment. And I can tell you that Virolainen, up the first climb, has gone into 10th place. Roman Virolainen of Finland. That's a good start. He's within 6 seconds. Faster than Narusk, faster than Rochev, faster than Lucas Bauer, who is 6 seconds off the pace. But you're looking there at Torn Bjørnviken, who's overtaken there Justin Freeman of the United States, who I think, if he can hang on to his ski tails, will get a better ride.
Oh, it would be a great ride if he can hang on here. You can see Trond Meisted out there giving him encouragement, telling him this is the race within the race for him.
And good for him. I mean, he's having a really good attack up the hill
I think
there.
So.
Here's Priit Narusk of Estonia in that first 10, who went off. Just losing pace now, but a good aggressive start. And Burgermeister in 24th place, 11 seconds off the pace. 6,400 meters, so they've been through the stadium and gone out again. The very early starters, but just having a look at 6,400 meters, of course, we haven't got to the red group racers at the moment.
But they'll be coming through there shortly.
Have a look at the speed. We've got a speed check here to see how the skis are running. Torren?
It looks like Per Ellefsen skis are the second fastest through there, which is good to see for him within the #1 red group skier. And it looks like the Russian skis are running very well also. Running about 60 kilometers an hour on the downhills.
Yes, we've had that sort of speed really since the beginning of the championship, so pretty stable. And as you pointed out, the servicemen have got plenty of information to work on, even though the temperatures are warmer.
Oh yeah, it's to the servicemen, they think that these conditions are excellent and they're not difficult for them.
Interesting, just looking down, Estil skis 58 kilometers per hour as opposed to Ellefsen's at 59. So wouldn't necessarily say that his chances are diminished, but just interesting. And we'll have a look from time to time at other speed checks and see what's happening there. Pre-timing at 6.4 kilometers gives us now Ellefsen looking as if he's maintaining that lead, still being shadowed though by Hjelmeset, so the gold and bronze medalists of 2 years ago, just within a couple of seconds of each other. As you see, the first man in the red group, Denisov, who is probably 4 or 5 seconds down at the moment on Ellefsen and Hjelmeset.
Definitely still in the race though.
But Botvinov travelling very well. He's really much on terms. Went early, and he's got the disadvantage, hasn't he?
I believe so, but he's a cagey veteran. He knows these kind of things, and he wishes he was in the red group. But I think he can if anybody can make it happen, I think it's him. Interesting, Axel Teichmann coming through 8 seconds in front of everybody.
Yeah, Teichmann speeding up there, and just having a look at Teichmann. Down at just going back, Teichmann, well, he was a couple of seconds behind, so he really has speeded up.
German fans out there got to be definitely happy with that.
So still Botvinov the fastest man through 6.4 kilometers, but not for long. Ellefsen is now the new fast man at this particular point, but remember, we haven't reached the halfway stage. As you see in picture, Axel Teichmann. How's he skiing, Torren?
He skis with a very distinctive technique. It's not one of the most beautiful techniques, but I think he's so strong that he makes it work. You can see in his legs, he's able to like push down and almost like slam that ski down Now he goes into his kick double pull. I think for him, the kick double pull and double pull are his most strongest assets.
And we've got to remember, he's only 23, so he's right at the beginning of his career. Because now, as racers, you look for a career that can go for 10 years from 23 to 33 with no problem.
Well, you look at with some of the Norwegians, and they're 38 years old. You look at the great Muriel Desault, 42 when he won his last gold medal.
Balbuza getting quite a lot of support on the trail there, but he was down at the 1.6 point. He was down in 17th place, some 7 seconds off the pace, and he's lost more time. He's lost about another 15 seconds, so things going south, as we say.
Fulvio maybe just looking for another solid result here before doing the pursuit, which I think is going to be his most best chance for a great result.
I think so. It would be really good, I think, if the Italians could get a good result, because I think it would lift the spirits of the whole team. You know what it's like being around the dinner table. If somebody comes in with a good result, maybe Todd Lodwick today on the Nordic Combined a little later on, then everybody just feels that little bit better.
Yeah, it gets you just inspiriting. You know that you can do it, and you're not questioning your form or the training that you've done then.
Here's Rotchev. Now, Rotchev, we'll check on his progress for Russia. At the end of the first climb, he was about 6 seconds down. And looking at him now, he's about, again, 20-odd seconds given away. So this is this very, very testing section of the course now, which is really, that you were talking about the difference between 2 and 3 kilometers.
Well, I think what's going to happen in this course is the course, if you're going to win the course between the kilometers 2 and 3, then you can lose the course, the race, anytime out of there on the course.
Ivan Batory. And that's pretty okay. This is a much better race. He seems to be more focused today. And 19, Yakmai. Yakmai at the 1600 meter point, 7 seconds down. A little bit different now for him. He's about 5 or 6 seconds slower, but still possibilities. We haven't reached halfway through the stadium for the last time, that is, for Zabailo, I think. Is that Zabailo? No, it's not.
Mikhail Botvinov.
My apologies, Botvinov. So Botvinov looking strong.
Yes, he's the guy that really turned around Austrian skiing for him the last couple of years when they won the World Championships on home snow in '99.
And here's a racer, 35 years of age, began skiing in the Soviet Union as it was then at the age of 5, but in fact only concentrated on cross-country skiing after his 16th birthday. And then, of course, moved to Austria, where he got the bronze medal in the 30-kilometer classic race in '99, gold in the relay, and in the Olympics last year, a bronze in the 30-kilometer freestyle. Matty Fredriksson and Teichmann and Ellefson all pretty close. They were all within 10 seconds, even Batory as well. Svartadel's well there, and Helmeset. There's a whole group of them, Botvinov and Verpalu and Denisov. All those I've just mentioned are covered by a blanket of about 12 seconds.
Well, it'll be interesting that either Axel Teichmann is really feeling it today, or maybe he's overestimating himself.
Well, Jochen Belle, he said to us before the championships he's looking for 4 medals. He didn't specify what color they should be, but he wants the team to go home with 4 medals. They've got obviously outstanding chances in both the women's and the men's relays, but he'd like to get 4 individual medals. Teichmann, the way he's skiing now, if he can keep this going, well, he could be on for a podium place today. But here's Verpalu. How do you see him now?
He's looking very good. He's got a 100% weight transfer. You just look at his shoulders, and he's totally rounded in that classic technique. His arms, legs, he's very supple, yet he's powerful, and you can see his hips. They're like pushing up the hill the whole time, just attacking the hill. Very, very rhythmic. This is pretty much textbook classic technique for you.
Got to find some pace, though. 13 seconds. That's another second or 2 drop now. So he's really got to start the attack pretty soon. Here's Lucas Bauer. Really the first chance we've seen at this fine young man who has rewritten the Czech cross-country record books with that victory. Competed in the World Championships when he was 22nd in this race in Lahti. But clearly, at the age of 25, now coming into his prime.
Yeah, everybody seems to find the form sometime. You know, if you're Teichmann, it seems like he found it earlier. He had success right when he came onto the World Cup when he was 20. Lucas Bauer now finding that 25.
Yeah, he's been on the Czech team for about 5 years. But this is the man who they've got to catch. Teichmann. And look at that, 10 seconds covering the first half dozen through the 6,400 meter mark. But you've also got to put into that Khelmeset and Verpalu and Denisov and Yakmai and Estil. We'll be back for the second half of this 15K Classic after